Back in May, I published 10 complaints with the 2022 to 2024 Lexus NX according to the real owners, and a lot of you enjoyed learning more about complaints where they're coming from real owners who's driving it day to day. And in this video, I will continue to go back to the NHTSA's website to see if there's more complaints coming from real owners. Hey, it's LSFT here today, and today we're going to open back the 10 complaints of the NX as according to real owners. But now this time I'm going to add on to the 10 because there are more. There are definitely going to be more. And if you haven't watched the 10 complaints with the 2022-2024 Lexus NX, you should actually go to the description below, or I've added a card to link to the video so you can watch that too, because I will not be repeating those 10 complaints in this video. So now let's go and look at the complaints, and I think there are 9 of them this time. This vehicle is coming from Japan. So we don't know what model this is, but it's coming from Japan, and I think a lot of you agree with this. So it says, problem with the infotainment system. 8 out of 10 times they won't connect the phone or CarPlay. Need to turn off the screen, turn it on a couple times, and sometimes turn off the car and on to get it working. So personally for myself, I would say 95 to 98% of the time it works for me. I go into the car and CarPlay will launch. There are the occasional 1 or 2 times where I have to reboot the infotainment system and it will connect. There were also a few times where I had to reboot my iPhone before CarPlay was going to work. So sometimes I know it's not the infotainment, it's actually the iPhone itself as well. So I don't know. This has been a common problem since the launch of the 2nd generation NX and even the Lexus interface. So very common issue. Definitely, I am aware that this is a problem, and a lot of you probably would have the same problem. There has been some people saying that you go in the car, start the car, don't immediately drive. Wait for the connections to work, then starting to drive off. That seems to be better. And I personally have seen that as well, where if I just hop on, immediately start the car and start driving off, the connection seems to be a little bit off. There are times where I go and unlock the car, put something in the trunk or something in the back seat, then I start the car. It seems to be doing better because it seems that it gives enough time for your phone to connect to the car while you're close to it. And then when you start the car, things start to be connecting a little bit better. And I'm a little bit more unique. I know that some people who actually have 2 iPhones, the wife and the husband, and then when you actually in the car, it doesn't know which one to connect to. I personally have 2 physical phones myself. I have an Android and an iPhone, and I don't seem to have that problem. It seems like both phones can connect to the system with no problems at all. But yes, I think this is a common problem, and a lot of you will agree that this is a problem for you as well. Leave in the comments below if you actually are having this problem. I may need to create a poll so that you guys can actually tell me what is the percentage of people are getting this problem. Follow me on Instagram at LSFT Videos. You can see updates on my experience with the NX 450 Plus, which may not be shown on any future videos. You can also reach out to me via direct messaging if you have any questions on your Lexus. If you like this video, you can provide me feedback in the comments below, like this video, and share it with your friends. This definitely will help me with the YouTube algorithms. Press the subscribe button and bell icon and get notified when new videos show up. And lastly, if you want to support me further, you can provide me a super thanks, which is greatly appreciated. And now let's continue with the video. Around June 2023 here, and it's a Canadian-made NX. So it says here, a 3-car collision involves this vehicle accelerating while my mom was holding on the brake pedal. So was pulling into our home driveway. Suddenly, it accelerated and hit my sister's Prius and my dad's RAV4. Probably in this report, there were some photos, and it says no one pulled into the driveway with their foot on the gas pedal. I strongly believe the agency should investigate this vehicle to capture a potential recall with this model. Available is a video of the door ring showing the car engine ramping up after forcefully stopped by two parked cars. So this only says it's 2022 NX. It doesn't really say what model this is, but definitely we can see that it's a collision within the family's vehicles and they were entering the driveway. I'm just thinking, is this that? Definitely I know that since there was this unintended acceleration, if they were really stepping on the brake, the that actually overrides the gas pedal. So I don't know what the outcome of this investigation is, and I'm not saying that this is definitely a problem with the driver, but there are cases where people have actually thinking that they stepped on the brake, but they actually stepped on the gas pedal. Not saying that this driver did that. Probably it could be a problem. And I would say we should be aware. Does anybody else, owners here, have actually seen the car suddenly accelerate when they're stepping on the brake? Um, Unfortunately, there is a video, but it will not be showing if the brake lights were on while they were actually entering the driveway. Hopefully this is not a problem, but I'm hoping that the investigation was done. They should be able to see that in the computers if the gas pedal was pressed or the brake was pressed. But typically, a lot of cases where people thought that they stepped on the brake, but they actually accidentally stepped on the gas. So, not saying that this owner did this. It's just really a common problem that a lot of people have done. I'm hoping that the NX doesn't have this sudden acceleration problem, but there are sometimes problems sometimes. It's all computer and it could actually have a bug. Who knows? But I'm hoping that there aren't any other people having this similar issue. So this one is really that the car suddenly accelerates. So this is an unintended acceleration hitting two other Toyota products. Unfortunately, hopefully this is all fixed and now everything is resolved. September 10th, 2023. So this one is not too far away. And the incident was around August timeframe. It's another Cambridge made NX. We don't know exactly what model. It says my front driver tire flew off, wow, as I was exiting the expressway on August 7th. The tire and the wheel continued to go on through another vehicle's windshield. Ouch. Hopefully that person is fine. These are very dangerous situations where tires fly off, especially when you're on the highway. And it's saying that the car had 6,300 miles at the time of the accident, and it was the first. They actually did the 5,000-mile maintenance, which included a tire rotation, but that's around May timeframe, so that seems to be a little bit far away when it's like May to August timeframe. So if I wouldn't have been exiting the freeway, this would have happened in a 5 lane of traffic, which would have killed me or other drivers as well. So since I drove 1,391 miles since the service, the dealer is claiming that someone else did something to the tire. I never lost tire pressure and I have no reason for anyone to touch my tires. I purchased the car new October 15th, 2022, and prepaid for a 3-year maintenance, as well as tire and wheel protection. That's good. And the car is garage and kept used for short distances to work and local places within 25 miles of my home. And after the dealer claimed that there's no liability, I reached out to Lexus Corp, who inspected and told me to have it fixed. And I and my insurance are currently responsible for repairs, rentals, etc. If the dealer service center did not over tighten a lug bolt a lug nut or tighten one enough, there's a serious problem with the vehicle that needs to be investigated as soon as possible. So this one is really hard to argue, especially it's 2 months, essentially 2 and a little bit more months, and I don't know how many miles you've driven since the service. It says 1,391 miles, so it does seem to be a lot of miles for the wheel to not fall off during those miles. Um, Again, I don't know. This is more seems to be more like a service problem, or as the owner said here, it could be a serious problem if one of the lug nuts bolts actually have fell off, or whatever has happened. So I'm not professional enough or as a mechanic to actually explain this, but it seems like Lexus is saying that they have no liability on this because it's driven a lot of miles. Because I think they would assume the first 100 or 200 miles, the wheels would have fall off already. So very hard to uh, to argue this one. I don't know which side would be the better side. Hopefully, this is resolved. But again, I think, especially nowadays, we're getting closer to the winter season. People are changing winter tires. Really make sure that the wheels are torqued to the right pound feet of torques, and making sure that they're tightened properly and inspected so that they don't fall off, because tires falling off is extremely dangerous for you as a driver and also people on the road. So again, this is a complaint about the wheels. This is my I'm just letting you guys know that this is a problem that has happened, but definitely when you get your tires changed, maintenance, make sure you inspect them that they are done properly. Um, Very unfortunate for this owner, and I'm hoping that it's all resolved now, and everybody will just have to move on. It's August 20th, 2023, so not long ago, and it's another Cambridge made NX. It says, driving down the interstate, we heard a big bang. It startled us. Had no idea what it was, so like someone was shooting at us. We pulled over to the side of the interstate to see what was going on, and we checked the tires and the side glass. Then we saw that the rear section of the panoramic roof had shattered. We had to find a store and purchase masking tape to hold it all together to completely drive our way home. There were no vehicles around us, and nothing apparently hit it. It just caused that. We submitted it to insurance and brought it to dealership for a quote. All right, so seems to be a common issue. I've heard many cases either the moonroof or the back glass has shattered. Um, this one's really hard to really investigate. It could be a rock, it could be just temperature and all that. Um, yeah, I would say just have to look out on this. I know that this has happened on other vehicles, not just the NX, but there has been other vehicles, other brands having issues with the panoramic roof or just the moonroof shattering just without doing anything. So it's a common issue for all vehicles, but this has happened with a panoramic roof on the NX. So now we're going on to the next issue, and you can see here now where it moved to the 2023 model year. So the previous few were a 2022 model year, and now we're on the 2023. This is another NX, uh, made in Cambridge, incident September 7th, 2023. So very recent. So let's read this and see what it says. Vehicle was remote started using the Lexus app. The wife entered the vehicle using the rear door along with the infant daughter. She sat in the back seat to feed her with a bottle. When ready to leave, she placed and secured our daughter into the car seat. She then opened the rear passenger door to get into the driver's seat to begin driving. Okay, then she opened the rear passenger door to get into the front seat. Okay, I'm trying to understand how that worked. To begin driving, I'm assuming says she opened the passenger door to get into the front driver's seat. I don't know. That seems a little bit odd. On opening the door, the car alarm went off. She exited the vehicle through the rear passenger door. She shut the door, and as she was walking to the driver door, the vehicle locked itself with the keys, phone, and our daughter inside the car. The alarm startled her, and she left the keys in the rear seat. The vehicle remained on. When remote start via the app, the car remains on for 10 minutes. So she got help and dialed 911. The vehicle shut off 3 to 4 minutes prior to the fire department arriving. They tried to open the door and they were not successful, so they ended up breaking the window to remove our daughter. Thankfully, she was okay. I'm unsure how the car locked itself with the keys still inside. The keys were in the rear seat by the child's seat. Took the vehicle to Lexus dealer. They stated that there were no faults with the vehicle. Reference page 63 of the owner's manual, which states that the car may not detect keys if left on the top of the console or door pockets, which was not the case here. Have attempted to reproduce the issue, very concerned this may happen to someone else. There were no warning lamps on. Okay, this one is very interesting because typically you can't lock your cars in like your keys in the car, but then it's interesting that it was remote started, and it was actually running. So she was in the rear seat, put the daughter into the car seat. She then opened the back door, and then the alarm went off. And then she closed the back door, tried to open the front door, but it was locked already because I think the alarm probably locked all the doors. But the car was still running. One thing to note, this is a very good incident, a very good thing for us to know as owners. If this does happen, do not close the door. Make sure you have your keys. I'm glad that they were able to break the window, because the front windows are going to be very tough to break. I'm assuming they broke the rear windows. Um, I'm just wondering at that time, are we able to use the remote app to do something, or when the remote start finished, were we able to use the app, but the phone was actually in the car as well? Quite unfortunate. Hopefully that there was the Siri call or the Google call would actually help. But yeah, probably if you had the second fob, maybe that would have helped. But this definitely is a problem. Hopefully the investigation is going to find something, or it's just that it's a software problem where I think it's either safety perspective. If the alarm comes on, it locks all the doors. I really don't know. Has anybody experienced this? If you have, leave in the comments below because this is a very interesting thing that I've experienced one time where the alarm actually went on, but I have not experienced that it locked itself. I don't know. There's some programming in there for some reason it did that, but definitely it would scare the pants out of me if that happened to me. It's another 2023 NX, and this one is now September 21st reported, but it actually happened in 2022. So it's been a while. So this one, another Cambridge-made NX, so definitely not the 450h Plus. It says the vehicle is built so that water from hand washing, rinsing gets under the hood and into the computer, causing electrical issues and causing the car not to start. Okay, so this seems like what this person is saying is that they are actually hand washing the vehicle, rinsing, and the water actually gets under the hood and then gets into the computer, causing electrical issues. So the dealership put a foam and rubber trim under the hood to prevent water from getting into, but it won't last forever. When they test other cars in the same model on the lot, they confirm it happened with those cars as well. The manufacturer states owners that the owner manual says that you are not supposed to hand wash it. This is ridiculous, and the owner manual says that you can't pressure wash the engine compartment, which no one did. This was caused during a routine car wash at the car wash, and it was unlikely anyone would buy a car that that were told that they couldn't car wash their vehicle. But the concern is it happened twice and the fix is temporary. Both times this occurred, the car was parked. The first time there were electrical issues, second time the car refused to start after it was shut off. So this is a 2023 NX. Um I washed my car I don't know how many times already. I've hand washed it, I've power washed it, gone through car wash stations. I don't think I've seen this problem myself. Wonder if there's a change the seal in the hoods, but I don't know. This seems to be an interesting problem. If water does get into the engine compartment while you're washing the car, that that could be a problem. Um, really interested to see more about it, but unfortunately, that's all information there is. Um, but hopefully, they will actually resolve this problem in the manufacturing to add more foam or something. But I wonder where it is under hood. Anybody else who's actually watching this video have had this problem? Let me know in the comments below. All right, the next one, this one applies to the 2024 Lexus NX Hybrid. That's what they're saying. This incident happened August 6, 2023, and this says that the contact owns a 2024 Lexus NX Hybrid. The contact stated that the driver's side headrest was inoperable. The contact stated that she attempted to adjust the headrest, however, the headrest had failed to respond. The headrest was pushed to the driver for moving forward, causing a neck pain. So they're saying that the vehicle has not been checked or repaired by any independent mechanic or dealer. The manufacturer was not aware of the failure, and the failure mileage was approximately 50. The VIN was not available. So it seems to be brand new NX, and they're saying that now they're having a problem because they cannot adjust the headrest. This seems to be a very simple fix. Just replace the headrest because that piece can pull out. Um, Not sure what's happened here. Probably a manufacturer issue, or it's just the design of the headrest. Because I did notice that the headrest is a little bit more leaning forward itself. Um, this one, I don't know. Has anybody had problems with their headrest? But this seems to be a problem that could be simply fixed. Just a replacement part, and that would actually be fine. And reality is, if I were the driver, I would probably just pull the passenger side out, replace it, and drive it for now, and figure out is it are the two different or they're both the same. But definitely, the dealer should be able to handle this. I don't know why this is a major complaint, especially this is really only 50 miles have been driven, so it's a brand new vehicle. You can easily get that resolved. But definitely, anybody who actually has headrest problems, let me know in the comments below, and that other owners really, because it's really more of a collaboration of owners trying to figure out what other problems are we seeing. So the next one here is the 2024 NX. I think we all have this problem since the 2022 model year already, and this has been reported on June 11th, 2023. Another Cambridge-made vehicle. It says the driver mirror vibrates constantly on highway speeds around 65 miles per hour. I would say yes, this is a common issue, and there is a technical service bulletin to refix this. But I'm disappointed to see that even in a 2024 they have not added that to the assembly line, that fix. Maybe it's been fixed, but they're still getting vibration problems. Don't know, but I believe a lot of you would put in the comments below that you are having this problem. And the last issue here we're seeing it's June 26th. They're talking about the wipers, another Cambridge made issue. And I've actually seen this with other owners in prior to this report that they're complaining that the wipers don't sweep enough. So it's saying that the wipers don't sweep close enough to the edge of the windshield. There's about 3 inches between the edge and the windshield where wipers stop cleaning. One thing to note, I believe I've seen one of the owners who actually had this problem. They went to their dealership, they were able to adjust it so it gets closer. So definitely something that you should go to the dealer. Hopefully they can actually adjust your wipers so that it will actually wipe closer and not 3 inches. 3 inches seems very, very, very far. So definitely another issue that the dealer should be able to handle and adjust. So anybody having 3 inches or maybe 1 inch or 2 inches, let me know in the comments below. Are you having that problem where it doesn't wipe far enough? Especially, I would say, if you have snow and when snow and you're wiping snow, 3 inches seems to be adding a lot more to the A pillar, and you probably will have a visibility issue at that time. So if you do have that problem, go to your dealer, go to the service department, tell them that it's not wiping that much closer. Hopefully they can adjust the wiper so that it will wipe further along. So there we have it. These are the new issues and new complaints that real owners have seen in the 2022 to now 2024 Lexus NX. Seems like small issues, but some of them are very critical issues. Do you have any other issues that you've seen with your vehicle? I think everybody will be welcome to read your comments below and actually see that, oh yes, I'm having the same problem. Maybe you think it's a problem, it's no bigger, but some people will actually think that it's a big problem, especially when they say that you're paying for an expensive vehicle and these things shouldn't happen. Unfortunately, no matter how good of manufacturer you have, there will be problems with vehicles. And we're all humans. We all make mistakes. So there we have it. The problems and complaints of the 2022 to 2024 NX, and hopefully in a few months time we will see more of these and I'll produce another video on this topic. Hopefully you found that this video was informative and hopefully that you've actually don't experience any of these issues and really enjoying your NX. But until next video, drive safely. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please comment, like, share this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon to get notified when new videos are posted. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can provide me a super thanks. And until next time, cheers.